Ramadan. Kan saya suruh persiapkan untuk minggu depan, cuma lewat lagi ya, kemarin nggak lagi, sekarang udah 2 minggu. Kenapa? Seperti apa yang Anda belajarnya? Mungkin masuk penelitian Anda ya. Ini kultur belajar yang ada di semester 3 sekarang. Saya termasuk dosen yang tidak memaksa Anda untuk belajar. Betul kan? Gimana kalau saya kasih Anda setiap minggu untuk tugas, harus ada tugas. Karena saya tahu ini juga tugas kelas banyak tugas. Saya juga tidak mau jawaban Anda dengan tugas. Tapi Anda terlalu apa namanya? Nggak ngerti deh. Kan sudah saya kasih tugas kemarin masing-masingnya ya. Setiap orang harus apa kemarin?
Mencari satu materi.
Ya, mencari satu materi untuk diajarkan, untuk latihan mengajar kepada ini, ya. Betul kan? Ya. Biar tidak. Hah? Betul. Kalau Anda tidak lakukan, apa alasan Anda? Hah? Di 2 minggu nggak siap. Berarti Anda tidak sama sekali hilang dari ingatan Anda kuliah ini ya. Betul. Jangan kuliah datang di sini beri dosen dulu. Hasilnya akan sangat jelek ini. Coba siapa aja yang di depan selama itu? Coba kamu ke depan. Berbicara apa saja. Terserah.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. The simple future tense explanation. The formula will plus verb 1. For example, is I will go to campus. Of a negative simple future is, for example, I will not go to campus, and the interrogative, will I go to campus? The simple future, we use to action or even that will happen in the tenses of English.
Ngomongnya jangan salah ya, apa yang ngomong. Terus ya. kamu ke depan aja. Yang itu bukan ini kamu. Kan bisa ke sana, kamu lihat sini. Baru saya tanya ke kamu. Kan saya bisa menembak, jadi saya tahu mana yang lurus dan yang lurus. Depan aja. Depan. Tidak perlu berunding dengan temanmu kalau saya suruh depan. Jelas saya suruh ke depan itu harus patuh dulu. Nah, bicara apa aja, apa yang kamu bicarakan, apa kamu bicara.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Morning everyone. Today I wanna talk about present continuous. Present continuous is a sentence adalah kejadian yang sedang berlangsung saat sekarang. For example, I'm standing here.
Apa mengatakan kejadian yang sedang berlangsung saat sekarang, saat kita bicara? Gimana bahasa Indonesia? Present continuous ya. Present continuous is used to express ideas or actions happen by the time of speaking. By the time of speaking. Maksudnya apa itu by the time of speaking? Pada saat bicara, kan kamu ngomong sekarang. Nah, kejadian yang ada pada saat Anda bicara itu semuanya present continuous. Nah, coba by the time of speaking juga. Have now. Action to express the actions.
Express the expression that happen.
The actions
The actions
happen
happen
by.
by the time of speaking.
Itu bahasa Inggrisnya kalau kita pada saat. Terus.
Present continuous used to be and verb in. For example, I'm standing here. The cat is playing ball. The students are studying. And the negative form is used. The negative form used not. For example, I'm not standing here. She's not studying.
What about question?
Questions is put the to be in the first. For example, are you eating now? Are she studying now? Is she studying now? The time signal from present continuous is right now, this time, now. Right now, this time, right now. That's all from me. Thank you very much for your attention. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Saya yakin kalau generasi muda seperti Anda ini masuk lagi Belanda ke Jepang menjajah Indonesia, kamu gak akan melawan. Diam aja. Belanda masuk, oh Belanda masih jauh Pak. Karena nampak kamu sudah punya semua uang yang tinggi.
how to speak English fluently. The first thing is you need a high level of unconscious knowledge in English. For information, the unconscious knowledge is the ability to do something without conscious thought.
Sebentar, in this time itu ada bahasa Inggris. In this time. That's time. Akan mengatakan, kenapa ada right now or now? Gitu ya. But now, I would like to
Now I would like to
talk about what?
about how to speak English fluently.
Okay, I'll speak English. You're right.
The first is you need a high level of unconscious knowledge in English. For information, the unconscious knowledge is the ability to do something without unconscious thought. Its ability to perform a task automatically. For example, riding a cycle, playing a musical instrument, and speaking your native language. Unconscious knowledge is automatic. To use the knowledge, you don't have to think about it. You don't have to focus your attention on it. When you speak your first language, the conscious part focuses on the information that you want to communicate, while the unconscious part focuses on the grammar. This coordination allows you to speak fluently. If you want to say something, you can just say it. And the unconscious part will make sure that your speech follows the grammar, rules, and the process is automatic. The second is listening. Listening is a very popular method for learning English. Even if improving your listening is not your goal, you still need to listen to English on a regular basis. And the second is imitation practice. You can find an audio or video of a native speaker talking. You can try to find material where the speaker doesn't speak too fast. Once you have the material, you're gonna listen to it to familiarize yourself with speech. Okay, I think that's all for me. Thank you for your attention.
It's quite good. The topics is relevant to this subject now. We are I've been teaching right now. So next, you have to repeat your presentation, but without looking at the paper. Please read and study, the text and articles thoroughly, and make sure that you understand the whole text, and then try to memorize. Try to understand and try to memorize, not memorize sentence by sentence, but you have to try to practice to express the idea of the text by using your own words. Okay? That's a good one. It's a good topic to talk about in this class. Because it is speaking class. Okay, you too. You have to practice again, teaching present continuous. What's present continuous, What is the definition of present continuous tense? Alright? And the examples, focus your examples on daily or regular basis. Yang kita gunakan, yang sering akan kita gunakan dalam sehari-hari. Ya kan? Okay, next. Kamu bisa sebenarnya, tapi itu bukan begini. Mereka ini cukup bisa, tapi mereka tidak mau tampil ke depan. Ini salah satu info ya, penelitian kamu. Mereka tidak berani tampil sebelum ditunjuk ya. Jadi itu data yang bisa kamu ambil coba. Video ini, kalau catat itu ya. Oh yang ini ya. Kira-kira kamu yang sedang tulis. Mirip, betul ya? I look similar. Like me.
Ya, assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam.
I'm going to tell you about how to speak like a native speaker and how to speak
Like a native
a
speaker. Okay, this is great.
have a 5 point. Number 1 is inclusive meaning is foreigners, equal or dominate. Something to discover as much as you can about things. And number 2, determine. Determine meaning is wanting to do something very much and not allowing anyone or any difficulties to something. And number 3, enormous. Enormous, the meaning is extremely large or very big. For example, he has an enormous house like that. And number 4, have apprehension. Apprehensive, the meaning is feeling worried about something that you are going to do or that is going to happen. And number 5, anger. Anger, the meaning is ready to respond to possible danger, threats, and problems and wrong. And yes, that's all for me. I hope you enjoy it. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Okay. Itu baru sangat simpel ya. Lampiran excuse me. Ya, itu sangat simpel. Kamu perbaiki lagi, bikin sempurna lagi penyajiannya, ya kan? Sehingga kamu bisa berbicara. Okay, well now, this morning I have an interesting topic for you to tell. I would like to talk about how to speak English like native speakers of English. Is it an interesting topic for you as English language learners? Isn't it interesting? The topic? And how to speak English like native speakers? Is it interesting?
Yes.
No, in addition to interesting, it's also important. But I don't think we can speak like native speaker. And I've been teaching for 40 years maybe, and I used to live in English-speaking country. And until now, I still cannot speak English like native speakers. But we have to try to do our best. We have to try to do. We have to try to do our best. I think we must to make our English as good as possible. To make our English better from time to dari waktu ke waktu, from time to time. From time to time, we have to make our English better, and kalau orang Malaysia kalau saya better, kalau Anda tidak harus dulu saya, jika ia cenderung untuk menggunakan sedikit, you can make your English better. Itu kan keren juga sebenarnya. So you have to make your English better and better from time to time. Slow but sure. Pasti ada bisa. Dia punya lidah, alat-alat artikulasi sehat, pasti bisa bicara. Tapi nggak bisa tiba-tiba karena we have very limited time to practice. The environment doesn't give us wide space to practice our English, every day. So that's why I always ask you to make use of time during the class. Selama ada di kampus, selama ada kelas, kamu harus melatih dirimu. Di rumah nggak ada? Do you speak English at home? Do you speak English at your practice your English? Only in the classroom. Why don't you make use of this time effectively and efficiently? Use this time. Okay? Okay, berikutnya. Use that. Lagi-lagi buat you. Would you please make me happy? Would you like to make me happy?
Yes.
Will you? Will you make me happy?
Yes, we will.
Do you know how to make me happy? No. You don't know. Be good students. You know how to be good students? Do what I want you to do. Do what I ask you to do. Do this and you do that. And do this and you do that. That's very simple to make me happy. And you berpahala to make your guru happy. Is it berpahala?
Yes.
Okay, come on.
Okay guys, how are you today?
Good, thank you.
Today I will Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Today I will explain the material. The title
Nah,
is
kalau pada saat kita akan, will juga artinya akan ya, saya kasih tahu sekarang. Akan itu kalau kita menggunakan will, simple future itu nggak jelas kapannya ya. I will go to Jakarta next month. I will not stay here when I finish my study. I will go somewhere and I'll go abroad. Akan adanya. Tapi kalau sekarang ini ada kan mana? I'm going and I'm going to, or I would like this. I would like to, or I'm going to, or I'm gonna. Yeah, I'm going to. Yes, yeah.
okay. I'm going to tell you the material is this morning affirmation for a positive day.
Sorry?
This morning affirmation for a positive day.
This morning?
This morning affirmation.
Apa itu?
Afirmasi pagi hari.
Morning information. Okay.
The title is this morning affirmation for a positive day. They are for a reason why affirmation are important. The first is affirmation can help change negative thoughts better. Because affirmation can help individuals change negative thoughts better and reflect them.
Jangan cepat-cepat, sedangkan kamu pernah dan jangan ngerti, kamu perlu cepat dulu. Ya.
And reflect them with positive thoughts better.
Apa itu touch? Touch itu apa artinya? How do you spell that? T-H-O-U-G or A-T. Itu namanya thought. Coba thought. Pikiran maksudnya. Bacanya bukan thought, thought. Jadi makanya kalau if you misspell, if you mispronounce, I will not understand. I will fail to understand. Jadi makanya kalau pronunciation is very important. Or you fail to make your speaking partner or your audience understand what you mean. Nah, jadi kalau kamu bilang thought itu adalah bentuk pasta daripada teach, thought. Tapi kalau think, thought dan juga noun-nya juga thought. Ya. Coba thought. Coba semuanya thought. Think, thought. Teach, taught. He taught me English. I teach you English. I think. What if? Oh, I thought. You wouldn't come here. You wouldn't have come here. You didn't have. Kamu tidak Anxiety.
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 Yes.
Anxiety and depression.
And
Depression.
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 Okay. Depression. Depressed. Yeah. Come on.
The second is affirmation can help increase self-confidence and
Confidence.
confidence.
Confidence. Yeah.
Self-confidence and self-esteem.
Self-esteem. Salah kalau kalau Jambi macam mana? Nah, tu. Kata orang Jambi sih dah. Kata.
Iya, Pak.
Ada. Jambi. Mana Jambi? Hah? Pokoknya dia nama Jambi bawa. Dia terus ada. Coba lagi yang Jambi. Ada juga mana? Hah? Kata orang Jambi dulu. Dia bawa ya. Ngomong. Dia bawa. Kamu ngomong. Kata. Mari mereka orang kampung beda. Itu cuma orang Jambi ngomongnya macam tu. Dan seperti itulah orang Jambi macam tu. Macam rumah. Kamu tahu dan rumah dari mana? Ya, dari Jakarta. Usia 22 tahun.
When individuals refer positive affirmation to themselves, this can help increase their self-confidence and self-esteem. And the third is affirmation can help bring about desired outcome. By repeat affirmation, individual can help bring about desired outcome. This is because affirmation can help focus the mind on positive and belief, which can help attract positive result. And the last is affirmation can improve overall mental health.
Apa? Yang tadi dia apa?
Mental health.
Mental health. Coba. Health. Terus healthy. Healthy food. Health. Mental health.
Affirmation can help improve overall mental health by positive thinking and reducing negative thoughts.
Apa? By positive thinking itu apa?
And reducing.
Apa?
Reducing.
Reducing itu apa? Reducing itu apa? Oh, dia kamu spell it please. R-E-D-U. Reducing. Come on, reduce. Reducing. Selalu dia reduksi ya. Reduce. Bahasa Inggris tadi selalu seperti itu. Pun baca A. Tapi kalau etik memang duduk betul dengan duduk tidak. Reducing. Ya, come on.
And reducing negative and beliefs.
Negative
And beliefs.
and belief. Negative kepercayaan saja. How do you spell that? B-E-L-F. Okay, F-S. Belief. Coba belief. Belief kalau B itu kata-kata I believe you, tapi kalau believe pakai F itu kepercayaan. Kalau nama ini sama believe and belief, ya. Coba believe. I don't believe you. Ya. Coba believe. Ya.
They can help individual overcome negative and beliefs.
Negative. Coba baca negative. Cara membacanya, if you don't speak like the speakers of English, say negative. Positive. Negative. Or negative. It's Americans say negative and British say negative. Positive.
And the lives outcome and improve overall mental health.
Oral.
Overall.
Overall. Overall. jauh nggak dari rumah makan sederhana itu? Dekat juga. Ajak orang kemana? Apa nama kampungmu? Tebolu. Tebolu ya. Dari situ kalau kita dari Jambi mau makan sederhana ke sebelah kanan, baru belok kiri ya. Okay, next.
Morning, everyone. Morning. Today I would like to talk about vocabulary building. There are 5 strategies for building a powerful vocabulary. The first one is check your knowledge of the word used most frequently in English. Advances in computer technology have made it possible for researchers to now analyze the language of English, containing millions of words. From this research, they have learned that a small percentage of words, about 2,000, are used.
Dari 5 orang yang baik aplikasi. Saudara kamu siapa itu? Ambil aja kamu. Kamu pilih.
From this research, they have learned that a small percentage of words, about 2,000, are used much more frequently than all the other words. In fact, these 2,000 most frequent words account for almost 80% of most texts. The second one is focus on the word used in academic text. Research on academic text has shown that certain words are used very frequently in these texts, regardless of the subject matter. This will allow academic writers to explain or generalize their idea or research and to compare them with the work of others. The third one is use the dictionary effective. A dictionary provides a great deal of their information about the word. It tells you the part of speech of the word, namely noun, verb, adjective, etc. How to pronounce it, and how to divide it into syllables. And example sentences often included as well. Is keep a vocabulary notebook. When you encounter a new word, write them in a notebook that you use only for vocabulary and not for other coursework. Small notebook is favorable, so you can carry it around with you. This notebook will help you study vocabulary more effectively. With all your words in one place in the notebook, you can easily check your knowledge of words you have studied before. And this is how to organize and use notebook. The first one is decide on a method for putting words in order. The second one is use the pages in the notebook. And the last one is check your knowledge of the word by covering up one of the pages and trying to remember the information on the other. And finally, the last strategy is use study cards. Study cards can help you review words and make them part of your permanent vocabulary. When you have made a set of cards, carry them with you and test yourself often. And new words that you encounter and want to learn. You should not remove a word from your side until you are completely sure of the meaning.
From your side. From you?
Your side.
Okay.
From your sets until you are completely sure of the meaning and can recall it instantly. Okay, that's all from me. Thank you. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Pronunciation is okay, it's already okay. But you have to, next week, you have to repeat your presentation, your performance, without copying, without paper. Okay? You have to make sure that you really understand that you exactly what you're going to talk about. Okay? Make sure that everything is in your mind. So, because you take, your head will go, wherever you go, but not your paper, not your HP, not your laptop. So, fill your brain with knowledge. So read and read and read and try to understand, but in terms of speaking, practice to express the idea, to speak in public. Okay, come on. Next.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Today I'm going to tell you about simple present. Before I'm going to explain simple present, I want to show you about the activity first. I wake up at 5 p.m. and then I do subuh prayer. After that, I take a bath and brush my teeth, and then I go to campus with my friends. And after I study in the class, I lunch with my friends. I have lunch with my friends. Just that. Next, I'm going to explain simple present. Simple present, what we do every day, habitual action, daily activity. Then the time signal, simple present, every day, today, and others. The pattern simple present, subject plus verb es or s plus object. Negative sentence, subject plus verb es or s plus not plus object. And next, interrogative sentence. Or does plus subject plus object. For example, I drink a cup of tea today. And negative sentence, I don't drink a cup of tea today. And interrogative sentence, do I drink a cup of tea today? And nominal sentence, the pattern, subject plus to be plus complement. Yang negative sentence, subject plus to be plus not plus complement. Interrogative sentence, to be plus subject plus complement. For example, I'm hungry. Negative sentence, I'm not hungry. And interrogative sentence, am I hungry? That's all for me. I hope you enjoy it. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Kalau kita mengajarkan sesuatu, apapun yang kita filosofinya, kita mengajarkan simple present tense ya. Apa sih gunanya? Gunanya apa? Kita mengajarkan bahasa itu bisa digunakan ya. Apa yang paling banyak digunakan simple present tense? Kita apa? Ya? Cari itu yang akan digunakan dalam sering digunakan. Apa yang sering kita gunakan kalau do you usually have for? What do you usually have for breakfast? Do you breakfast? Do you breakfast before, in the morning? Yes. Because not all people have breakfast. Many people don't have breakfast in the morning. Who don't have breakfast? Who doesn't have breakfast? Do you all have breakfast before?
No.
You don't have breakfast. You don't have breakfast. This way you know. But do you have breakfast? Yes. You? Do you have breakfast? Yeah. Okay. Why don't you have breakfast? Why? Gak biasa ya. Apa mengatakan tidak biasa in English? Okay. Not usually. Bukan. Well, I'm not accustomed to that biasa. I'm not accustomed to atau I'm not accustomed to having breakfast. I'm not accustomed to having breakfast. Coba, I'm not accustomed to having breakfast. Accustomed to accustomed to kata kerja berikutnya gerund ya, have. Jadi to having dia. Bahasa Inggrisnya agak repot kalau berbicara. I'm not accustomed to having breakfast ya. Okay. Nah, kita bisa kerja. What do you have for breakfast? What do you have for breakfast? Karena kita bisa mulai untuk mengajarkan itu kepada siswa. Kebiasaan kan? Okay guys. Do you have breakfast before going to school? No. Why? Because according to according to who? According to doctors and scientists, some of them there are two different opinions actually about having breakfast. Some of scientists say having breakfast is good, but some others say that you don't need to have breakfast. Sebenarnya kita terbiasa aja ya, terbantu pada habit, it's not your habit. If you terbiasa makan pagi ya, pagi aja. Siapa? Who has breakfast before going to campus? Who has breakfast? Di sini siapa yang who has breakfast? You have breakfast. What do you have for breakfast? What do you usually have for breakfast? Not always, usually. I have rice and what? Rice and some lauk and some ikan, or some goreng ikan, some sayur, no. Huh? Terserah aja, okay. And a glass of water. Okay, don't forget to drink, to have a glass of drink, a glass of water before going to campus. Kita boleh mengajarkan seperti itu, okay? Mengajarkan seperti tadi. Hello. Kamu listen to me when I'm speaking, okay? Mulai ada aja memperkenalkan kebiasaan. Jadi masuk ke dalam otak anak itu. Dan ingat ya, remember. So every time you teach, every time you enter the classroom, make sure that your students will bring something home. Dia membawa sesuatu pulang. Sesuatu maksudnya ada bahasa yang dibawa pulang yang bisa digunakan. Jadi what can I have for breakfast? Mom, I want my breakfast. What can I have for breakfast this morning? Ada atau have you had your breakfast? Gitu ya. Ada sesuatu yang dibawa pulang dan bisa digunakannya. Mom, I'm hungry. I want my breakfast. Di dalam bahasa Inggris orang sering aja mengatakan I want my breakfast. I want my lunch. Mom, I'm hungry. I want my lunch. Coba. Mom, I'm hungry.
Mom, I'm hungry.
I want my lunch.
I want my lunch.
Ada
Typically, verbs in English are divided into two groups.
Is divided. Dibagi dua, gitu ya. Divided, cuma divided. Divide. Divided into two. Two. Nah, ini satu two. Tunggu yang ini to. Yang dua two. One, two. Okay. Divided into two. Kan bisa bedakan ya setiap huruf itu.
One dynamic verb.
Dynamic.
Verb.
Verb. Bukan verb ya. Verb. V beda dengan F ya. Coba V. Ada getarannya V. F. V. Okay.
Dynamic verb.
Verbs. Dynamic verb. Yes.
Are verbs that show activity. So it is outcome and action verb.
Apa? Ya.
For example,
For example. Coba example. Bukan example. Example. Examination. Coba examination. Examination. Examiner. Ini example.
for example, roll, sing, add, type, bring, jump, swim. Two, static verb. Static verb.
Apa?
Verb.
Static.
Static.
Static ya. Baca static. Static. Ya.
Static verb
Dynamic. Static.
are verbs that express condition or circumstance.
Circumstances.
Circumstances. For example, love, like, have, know, forget,
Bukan kenal. No. Kedua ini bukan kni, tapi ni aja. Ada namanya K itu namanya silent. Ingat ya, dengar ya. Kamu silent letter namanya. Apa ya? Silent letter. Dia ada tapi tidak dibaca. Contohnya hour, jam ya. Dibacanya kan hour ya. 2 hours, tidak 2 hours. Ya. Tapi jangan bilang buat 2 hours. Kalau house, apa ya? Apa namanya itu? Silent letter. The letter exists but not pronounced. Ya. Apa tadi lagi? Now, knowledge. Bukan knowledge, tapi knowledge, knowledgeable. Now, saya tahu, bukan I don't know. I don't know. Apa dengan know sekarang? Ni lutut, ya. Bukan kini, tapi ni ya.
be, regular and irregular verb.
Regular. Irregular. Bukan ire ya, tapi bukan regular and irregular. Coba. Come on, regular verbs. Irregular verbs.
Regular and
Irregular. Ya. Divided lagi, tapi tadi sudah ditahu. Apa tadi?
Divided into two. One, regular verb. Regular verbs are verbs that have regular form change in verb 2 and verb 3. Two, irregular verb. Verb was form change in irregular in verb 2 and verb 3. theoretically to fit out or see the list of irregular verbs.
Okay, that's all for me. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Ya, pronunciation berarti ya baca apa teks musik itu baca. Kalau tidak hati-hati dia di kamus ya. Salah satunya tadi siapa yang bagaimana menguasai kata ya. Artinya menggunakan dictionary ya. Dictionary harus punya dictionary. Dictionary itu tahu bagaimana cara mengungkapkannya. Kalau tidak cari di sini. Tiru, bukan tiru aja. Imitation namanya. Ada imitation contohnya tadi ya. Imitation, imitate. Coba imitate. Imitation. Kamu tiru aja, nggak usah dipikirkan. Seperti tadi itu reduce, kenapa bukan reducing? Kenapa reduce? Pas ada itik disebut bukan duk tapi kok dak. Nggak usah memikirkan tiru aja. Ya, kita kan belajar bahasa orang lain, jangan terlalu ya. Tiru aja. Oke? Ulang lagi, kamu tampil lagi dengan topik yang sama.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam.
Morning everyone. I'm going to present great material about simple past tense. Simple past tense is a simple verb form to show that an event occurred in the past. In simple past tense, the time of the event is yesterday, last today, last year.
Last year.
Last
Year. Coba year. Year. Last year. Kalau bukan last year, last ada belakangnya T. Last year. Last year. Ya, semua.
At the time, five once for a day, for an hour, can be spent especially. The simple past tense can also be used to form conditional sentence type 2. Simple past tense is form verb 2 past tense in the form of a regular verb or the verb to be. Verb 2 is a verb infinitive, the basic form of the verb forms with the addition of a on and for regular verbs or inconsistent form in irregular verbs, while in the verb to be. Verb 2 is was and were. Was which is a singular verb.
Singular. Bukan singular, singular. Plural. Singular. Singular. Ya.
It is used with singular subject in the form of singular nouns, such as an auntie, book, and cat.
Bentar ya, itu perlu boleh Q itu banyak ya. Sebenarnya keyboard apa bahasa Inggrisnya? Bukan cucumber ya, ada cucumber. Sebenarnya Q aja. Cucumber ya.
And singular pronouns such as what, she, he, and f. On the other hand, where plural verb is used for plural subject in the form of plural nouns
First.
First
Right,
step.
first. Everybody, right, first.
First.
Firstly.
Firstly.
Yes. Secondly.
Secondly.
The first step, state the topic or question. The first step is to state the topic that is being discussed. This will set the foundation and help your listener focus on what you are going to say. To state other basic views quickly. The second step is to state various views on the topic. This will show what you are aware of other viewpoints and that you have chosen your viewpoints after a lot of customful thought. Number three, state your viewpoint clearly. This will let the listener know what your idea and will make them curious
This
to
will
know
let the listener know idea
and will make them curious to know more about ideas.
bukan idea.
And the last one, state the topic and your viewpoints. This will help listener remember what you said. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Okay.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Morning everyone.
Morning.
I'm going to tell you about word parts. Word parts.
Apa itu word parts? Bagian kata. Part of speech. Bagian dari kata.
Word parts. The important strategy of analyzing the part of word for information about its meaning. Many words in English can be broken down into several parts. When we know the meaning and function of some common word parts, we can 1. Guess the meaning of new words. 2. Remember the meaning of new words better. 3. Increase the number of words we know. Words in English can have 3 parts. The root, a prefix, a suffix. The root of a word contains the basic meaning. 2 types of roots. 1. Roots that can stand alone as word in English. For example, cheer, happy, usual, phrase. 2. Root that can stand alone in English. For example, philos from the Greek word for love is contained in philosopher, lover of knowledge, and bibliophile, lover of books. A prefix is a letter or group of letters that is added before the root to change its meaning. The following meanings are often added with prefixes. 1. Negative, opposite. For example,
Gini aja. Nanti kamu kasih kamu print gitu ya.
ya Pak,
Apa judulnya dulu?
word parts.
Semuanya di print out ya. Topiknya buku depan bukan. Bagaimana kalau kita bikin perjanjian, kalau tidak kamu bawa, tidak kamu print, nanti kamu gagal, gimana? Bisa. Setuju?
Setuju.
Oke, kamu print, bawa ke kelas ini, topik-topik yang kamu ajarkan. Nah, kalau Anda tidak memperlihatkan ke saya, aku gagal, langsung gagal. Oke, saya juga tidak mau juga, karena terlalu baik, tidak memotivasi ya. Oke, sekarang dulu. Nah, semuanya kamu lakukan apa? Apa yang kamu belajar? Apa? Oh, belum. Oh, ini sekarang.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
How to study alone. Tambah orang yang pengawal yang autodidak seperti saya dulu.
The first is read aloud. Read aloud will improve your
Read aloud.
read aloud. Read aloud will improve your pronunciation and intonation. Your voice actually memory, making it easier for you remember words and phrases. Second, listen to English media. Listen English podcast, music, video. It will change your listening skills and comprehension, improve your ability to understand spoken English in various contexts. It's important to communication and help you sound more natural. And third, right?
Third. Coba ini susah sekali kita baca. Third. Bukan third. Jadi third. Bukan third.
Write daily. Writing helps you practice sentence, structure, and new vocabulary. It helps you organize your thoughts in English. You see in English while writing helps in making it easier to express ideas clearly. And the last, practice speaking. Practice helps you speak more smoothly and naturally.
Bukan smoothly.
Smoothly.
Bukan smooth. Kulitnya smooth. Or it's so smooth. Kalau kira-kira boleh smooth ya, bukan nyantan ya. Lagi smooth. Terus.
Practicing common phrases and responses because you for communication.
Okay.
Okay, that's all for me. I hope you enjoy it. Assalamualaikum.
Do you know this to remember how to make me happy?
Yes.
How? Okay, how to be a good student? What you ask us to do. So, what I ask you to do? Okay, now for next week. To print out the materials and you study intensively at home and you practice to present, to make what we call an impressive presentation. Jadi saya tetap dengan topik yang sama. Mesti kamu apa gue? Mesti Mifta ya. Past tense. Mau ulang lagi atau mau jadi topik yang baru? Ulang tapi perbaiki ya. Make it better. Oke. Ya, semuanya dengan topik yang sama, dengan kembali tampil dengan topik yang sama, tapi jauh lebih baik. Kalau pergi dia yang baik, coba Oke? Paham tuh? Silakan ya. Silakan.